Well, good morning, folks. I did a reaction video to the Dax music video yesterday, and it's Sunday morning, it's early. I shared it with my content kind, long-suffering peacemakers, and I was like, I'm going to share this Dax To Be a Man song video with some other people. And one of them, retired Lieutenant Colonel Marine friend, I haven't talked to in a while, I just texted it to him. And it reminded me of the poem If. And he's a big fan of If. He would share it with his ROTC students. I don't like the way the poem ends, but I do like a lot of the things in the poem by Rudyard Kipling, If. And it's just so happens to be the favorite poem of Sir Michael Caine, actor in many, many movies. My favorite that he is in is probably Mr. Destiny and Secondhand Lions with... what's the other guy? I can't remember his name anyway. I forget names of people that I don't meet sometimes. Anyway, so he's going to read the poem If. It's a 2-minute and 50-second poem. I'm going to do like I did yesterday and hit play, and then I'm going to upload this to my ministry YouTube channel, unlisted, share it to Content Kind, Long-Suffering Peacemakers, and a couple others, because just like the movie, or just like the music video with Dax, To Be a Man, is missing Christ, I feel like this poem is missing Christ. And so there's key aspects that are essential, I think, in fully understanding what it means to be a man. Both this poem is about being a man, that song that Dax, whoever that was, sang was about being a man, that me, as a man whose name means man, I key in on and I think are important to point out. So there's my 2-minute introduction now for the 2-minute video with
and I think it to me as a little boy summed up
Michael
what a man
Caine.
should be.
He thinks it sums up what a man should be.
If you can keep your head when all about you
Yeah, there we go.
are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too.
So the first part is about making allowances for other people's doubting and keeping your head when other people are doubting. And James says not to doubt. Ask in faith without doubting, because a doubting person is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. There's certain doubts that we should not make allowances for. That's just the way it is. Now, other things, like if I'm going to try to do some repair in, like, my wife's sink upstairs in her bathroom is a little loose, I doubt my ability to fix that without making it worse. Because although I went to school to be an engineer, there's some limitations to my mechanical inclination. So I think it's okay for me to doubt my abilities in that. But there are also some doubts that aren't that great, especially in matters of faith and doubting God's ability to do anything. We shouldn't be doubting that. So that was the first one. Let's see what else he
If you
says.
can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies.
So those are good. I like those.
Or being hated, don't give way to hating.
Yeah, don't hate other people for hating you.
Don't look too good, don't look too wise.
It's good. Moderation, balance. I like that.
If you can dream and not make dreams your master,
Yeah, I
if you
like
can
that.
think and not make thoughts your aim,
Yeah,
if you
I like
meet
that.
with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same,
So
if you can hit
he attributes triumph to an imposter. Those two imposters the same. Maybe it rhymes. Maybe like it's okay to view victories as deceptive, as imposters. But I guess if you take the credit for the achievements, then it is kind of an imposter. But that one just seems weird to me. It's incongruent. But this is an old poem too, so maybe they use
hear
different
the
words.
truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves,
Yeah,
to make a trap for fools,
yeah,
or watch the things you gave your life for broken,
yeah.
and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools.
So rebuilding after things get broken. And the whole point of this, is if all these things can happen, I'm going to steal the punchline, and you endure and you keep going, then that makes you a man. And all of those things, I would say, make you manly make you masculine, make you, you know, potentially satisfied, fulfilled, good character, and all those things. But I'll tell you at the end why it kind of falls short about really being a man.
If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss.
So in this one, I was like, so I'm like, wait a second, is he advocating for gambling? Because I'm pretty sure we shouldn't do that, like risk everything on pitch and toss. Like, no, you should make calculated investments and know what you're getting into and not view it as just simple, like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, like gambling.
And lose and start again at the beginning. And never breathe a word about your loss.
Don't tell anybody that you lost everything.
And nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are done.
I like that.
And so hold on when there is nothing in you, except the will which says to them, hold on.
The will to hold on. And faith. The belief that it's worth.
If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much.
Yeah.
If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 40 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
And that's where it ends. So it ends with how fast you can run. So physical strength. So you could probably make a list of all the characteristics that Rudyard Kipling talks about, the fortitude, the endurance, and all of them are great. But defining manhood on those things, it reminds me of a guy named, it's a book called Season of Life. Jimmy Maxwell, I think, is the name of the author. And it's about Joe Ehrman, a football player for the Baltimore Colts. So old, before they moved to Indianapolis, now it's the Baltimore Ravens. And he talks about what it means to be a man. And there's two like false definitions of man. One starts with the B's. It's the ball field, the billfold, or the bedroom. And then that's a way of articulating athletic ability, ball field, financial success, the billfold, and the sexual conquest, the bedroom. And that's what Joe Ehrman says is false masculinity. I see a lot of false masculinity in this poem. For you can take a minute and you can run as fast as you can for 40 seconds in a minute. Good job. Athletic ability. False masculinity. And I like people who like this poem are going to hate my review of this poem. But it's like, it's so needed for men today not to put their trust and their hope in what it means to be a man in stuff that, yeah, it makes you manly-ish, but it doesn't make you a man. Jesus, the God-man, the ultimate man, he is the one who, by imitating, makes us men. And if we're not like Christ, we're not manly. We could do all these manly things, but we're not really men. So Joe Ehrman, he continues and says that what makes a man is the ability to build and sustain meaningful relationships. Meaningful relationships. He doesn't amplify what a meaningful relationship is, but I do, because I believe that Christ gives relationships meaning. Christ gives meaning to life in general. And because he gives meaning to life, in life, the relationships that we have receive meaning because of Christ. And that applies whether it's a fellow Christian that you have a relationship with, because you're in a discipleship relationship, an iron sharpening relationship, and so you have this meaning for why you're in relationship, and that meaning is founded in Christ. Or if they're not a believer and you're evangelizing them, you're sharing Christ with them, he is the reason that you're engaged with them, because you want to see them on the other side in glory. So, not a big fan of if. because I think if you do all these things, it doesn't make you a man, my son. It just makes you what the world thinks masculinity is about. And you miss the mark in being a man. But if you put your trust, confidence, faith, hope in Christ, he will make you a man. That's what I hope to teach my sons. God bless you guys. Peace.